They're designed to help lonely kids find friends, so-called buddy benches, and they're becoming more common in schools across Perth. But parenting expert Claire Orange has some reservations and she joins me now. Hi Claire.
Hey Tracy.
Explain the concept of a buddy bench.
Well, buddy benches, as you said, are increasingly popular in schools, and they're a place for children to gather or a child to end up. And it might not be a bench. Some schools have a bus stop, a friendship bus stop, but it sort of sets aside an area where a child can go when they're feeling excluded, sad, let down, left out, and that signifies that they need some assistance to get back into play.
And these kinds of benches do draw attention to kids who don't fit in, and you do have some reservations, as I said earlier.
Absolutely, I do, Tracy. You know, these benches, really, when the child sits on that bench, if they've got a strategy or if they've got a person to help them off, that's psychologically quite useful and quite helpful for that child, and it depends how a school manages it. But for little people who would find themselves sitting on that bench, and every parent would hate to think of their child sitting on that bench and feeling sad and feeling lonely and engaging in that talk to themselves about how they're not included, and that can really set up a whole pattern of feeling left out, and it can profile the child as well for other children. And we also know that it's the vulnerable kids who end up sitting on that bench, and so they can become easy prey for other children in the playground.
Well, in your opinion, how can a buddy bench be a positive experience in some circumstances?
Yeah, and lots of schools manage it exceptionally well. So I think when schools put a buddy bench out there and then they actively teach children strategies to get off the bench, that's very useful. So it might be that they teach the child how to manage themselves emotionally, so a calming down technique. And us parents and grandparents as well, this is a great thing to teach your children. Simple breathing techniques to calm yourself down when you get left out of play. And then teaching joining in skills, you know, for that child who needs to get back out and get onto the footy field or join into the talking that's happening. We need to teach them actively and actually how to use those skills. So instead of saying, can I play? They might say, that looks like fun, I know a different rule. And then we need to support the children who are going to support that child as well to be able to get off that bench. So making sure that it's not feeling sorry for them and a pity party, that we're actually finding positive ways to get that child off the bench, so joining in.
All about inclusion.
It is.
All right, Claire Orange, thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Thanks, Tracy.
See you soon.